Speak, preach, my sister.
Thank you all for having us here this morning. I just want to first say to you all who live here in this district where Morgan is running at, how cool would it be to have a congresswoman who wears Nikes? I'm like, and just a breath of fresh air for you all.
Nike Air.
I just think that's really impressive. Anyway, I have been a staunch Sanders supporter since 2015 when my best friend Nina Turner took me to and he answered a very important question for me that in the beginning when I was supporting the HRC campaign they would not answer, and that was, will you restore voting rights for all American citizens? And I could never get an answer from them. He answered it. In fact, he has pending legislation, still pending because of course, you know, they're not really doing anything down in DC right now. But I was so, from that moment, I was a PLO delegate for him, and I am on the ballot right now as an at-large delegate for Senator Sanders here in Central We have the energy and the motivation behind us to win this time. This will not be a repeat of 2016. And you can tell if there's something different in the air this time, because I was out on a limb by myself in Summit County last time. This time, I look around the room and I see a lot of Summit County people in this room, and it is a wonderful feeling. It is a wonderful If nothing else, two things that I'm really championing for, of course, is the canceling of student debt. I took out a $32,000 loan. I've been out of school for quite some time. I look younger than I am. And that loan, it was 30-something thousand, is now 100,000, and it's not going anywhere, and I pay on it. I had it come out of my paycheck, and it has not moved. Even as a public servant, we're supposed to get a discount as a public servant. It has not moved. But they're getting money from me. They've been getting money from me since I've taken public office. And it's a crying shame that we are dealing with this here in our country. How can we expect our young people to want to go to college if this is what they're going to be faced with? This is why they're going to trade schools. This is why they're choosing not to go to school, because they know that they're going to end up in the same situation that their parents are in, especially for my parents who signed Parent Plus loans. I'm one of those parents. My daughter is a graduate of John Carroll University. And I'm telling you, I co-signed for her that loan, and outside of my loan and that Parent Plus loan, will I ever see the light of day? I won't unless Bernie Sanders is president. Yeah. The very reason that I am very passionate, not just last time, but this time, for Senator Sanders is Medicare for All. As someone in this room who has insurance, the deductibles are ridiculous. I would rather not even go see a specialist, because when I went to see a specialist, the bill was like $5,000, $6,000, but I still got almost $1,000 bill in the mail that I have to pay. We're not even talking about the co-pays. So why do I want to even go and see a specialist if I'm going to be hit with deductibles, or go to the eye doctor, and then when I go to the cash register, paying $450 for a pair of glasses, but I have insurance coverage with vision and dental. This is not the America we're supposed to live in. I have a father, anyone who follows me on Facebook, the last 2 months of our life has been very trying. My dad wasn't feeling good. I got sworn in on a Monday, December 16th. He came to swear me in. My dad walked in the room and he looked like he was dying. My heart sank. On that Tuesday morning, my mom called me and said my dad was stumbling, couldn't keep his balance. Go take him to the hospital. I took him. 2 days later, my dad had to have his foot amputated. My dad has full insurance. My dad was denied a podiatrist, and he has diabetes, type 1. And the only reason they didn't discharge my dad, and it's almost painful to even say this, I knew the president of the hospital, and I had to text him because they were going to discharge my dad. He came downstairs and made them put my dad in the hospital. They gave him a holistic treatment, took his house shoe off. My dad had a quarter-size ulcer on his foot. Now here it is, he had been trying to get a podiatrist for almost a year, and the insurance company kept denying him, kept denying him. That was on a Tuesday. By Thursday, he had to have his foot amputated. He just got out of therapy. His whole life has changed. My dad is a veteran who was taking care of his family forever. And this is not the America we should live in. First of all, he's a veteran. He should have been taken care of first and foremost. Secondly, if he's paying into an insurance company, why are you denying him the opportunity to go to see a doctor that you know he has to see as someone with a pre-existing issue? And because of nurses and that doctor who cared enough for my dad, thank God, did lose his leg, which was next. And they told him his leg was next if they didn't do anything about it. And this is the reason why I think we really need to be out here with this message, because this message is not just my story. This story is a lot of people's story. I've heard some horror stories about family members with diabetes. As my dad was going to rehab, my aunt was coming in to get her other foot cut off because of diabetes. Now, what is going on in our system that these insurance companies are being allowed to do this and get away with it? And get away with it. I'm not blaming the doctors. I'm darn sure not blaming the nurses, because they have been a safety net for a lot of these patients when someone else has dropped the ball. I watched this nurse calling the insurance companies, arguing with them when my dad was in ICU because they wanted to discharge my dad. And she said he has to go to rehab and learn to walk again. She argued with them for 4 days before they would approve him going to rehab. This is the America we live in. And you know how we change it? By electing Senator Bernie Sanders as our next president. I want to participate, especially in how to win elections. I'll borrow your campaign. And again, if you live down here in Columbus, get busy. If you are a delegate, you have a responsibility now. It's not about just going to the convention. You have a responsibility to getting people to the polls. You have a responsibility to convince those people who are not convinced that this is the candidate for all of us. You have a duty, and you have a job. Now let's get it done. Thank you.